Today, I want to share with you my three-pillar principle to figure out how quickly or how likely it is that you will learn a new skill. Okay, so the first one is understanding. Do you have a fundamental understanding of the thing you're trying to learn? Do you know the mechanisms by which things work and how this comes together? Essentially, can you derive it from scratch each time? If the answer to that is yes, you've probably learned it, right? Or you don't need to learn it because you can figure it out whenever you need it. The easiest way to test this is to teach it to somebody else. Because if you don't explain it clearly enough or you skip a step, they will lose their understanding and they will ask you questions that you have to clarify, which shows your ability to regurgitate the relevant information. Right, so first one, understanding. That one's pretty obvious. Two is context. So how much transferable skill do you have with the thing you're learning? So let's imagine you're a professional baseball player, right? If you go and play a day of cricket, you're probably going to pick it up quite quickly. Whereas if you were a professional cyclist, that is a less transferable skill. You're going from one two-handed batting sport to another, whereas in the other case, we're going from a sport that uses literally no hand-eye coordination to one that does. See my point? Like, the example I love to give here is if you love French culture, you watch French movies, you listen to French music, you love French food, if that's your thing, right? If I give you a French phrase, you're much more likely to remember it than someone who has never spoken French, right? Because you have context on which to build from, transferable skills and places in your brain to latch the new piece of information onto. It's not just floating free, if you want to imagine it that way. And the third one is practice. So how much practice have you done? And this is also determined by the level of the first two. If your understanding your context will determine how much practice is required for you to remember this long term. So we can show you something once right now, like if we go back to GCSE maths, right? Dividing fractions. There's a really simple method, keep, change, flip. If I show you how to do it once and you have gone well beyond your mathematical knowledge required to do this and you use maths every day, like you'll remember it after seeing it once, obviously. But if you have never seen this before and you're not a mathsy person, right, that's not going to stick in unless you do so much practice that it would be unreasonable you wouldn't remember it the next time. So that's pretty much it. How much understanding and context you have determines how much practice is going to be required for you to learn something. And as you do more practice at a set of skills, your context increases, which decreases the amount of practice you need to get better. Which is why, oh, and not to mention you also get work capacity increases as you get better with a skill. So imagine if you're learning to run, on your first day run, you might do, 1, 2, 3 kilometers. But if you've been running every day for a year, a 10K run now probably doesn't do anything to you. Whereas that first run, that first 1, 2, 3K will leave you sore and achy for ages. And so the amount of reps you can get in per day drastically increases once you have a higher work capacity. Which then leads this all into, you can put all of this together by saying the first one of understanding, if you're more intelligent, that's helpful, right? If you haven't been blessed with amazing genes and you're not the most intelligent person, i.e. not the fastest learner, then you can overcome that with pure enthusiasm and commitment to whatever it is you're trying to learn. That's the context. And the third one, this is king above all. Volume negates luck. No matter where you are with the other two, if you outwork everybody else, the chance that you're not as good is exceptionally low. So there you go. My 3 pillars of learning something and how likely you are to have learnt in the future. There you go. Have a great one.